Welcome to Riverstone Resources presentation in the AGORACOM online Gold and Commodities Conference. My name is Mike McGinnis of Riverstone Resources, and I'll be presenting the company to you today, as well as answering any questions posted by investors who are watching the presentation at our scheduled time. If you're watching this presentation outside of our scheduled time, please post your questions, as we will be checking in over the next couple of days, and we'll answer them as soon as possible. Before I begin, I would ask all of you to take just a few seconds right now to review our legal disclaimer on the presentation, which you can also review at any time by coming back to this slide. Provide initially here just an overview of what Riverstone is, and I will be dealing with each of these in detail through the presentation, but give you a sense of what the company is about and what you're about to hear. We are working in Burkina Faso in West Africa. We have 6 gold projects there to date. Burkina is a very stable country and very friendly mining code, and it's just at the threshold of a really burgeoning gold mining industry right now. Our centerpiece project is the Karma project. We have an indicated resource of 820,000 ounces there, with an additional inferred resource of 320,000 ounces, both of them 43-101 compliant. There's significant room for expanding this resource base, and it's an excellent potential for near-term, low-cost gold production due to the oxide nature of the bulk of the resource. 5 other projects, all in different stages of development, and I'll touch a little bit on them further in the presentation. We have drilling ongoing right now in Q4, and again, I will talk a little bit further about that in the presentation. We are listed on the TSX Venture exchange under the symbol RVS, and we're also quoted in Frankfurt under 3RB. We have a recent share price of 22 cents, which gives us a fully diluted market cap of $18.8 million. This is our management team. It's a good group of very experienced individuals with different backgrounds. I'm a geologist myself. I've been dealing with junior companies for 30 years. Jim Robertson, one of our directors, a businessman, very, very savvy in regulatory and legal issues. Alvin Jackson, another geologist, former the CEO of Euros Inc. He took from 1 million market cap to over $1 billion. Rick Bales spent most recently with the Lundin Group of companies. Greg Eisner, a director, CEO currently of Merix, working in Mali, but a former CEO of Gilby, who was taken over by High River Gold in Burkina. Ron Cooper, marketing consultant for 30 years in the business. And finally, Paul Anderson is our Vice President of Exploration. Paul has spent 4 or 5 years working and living in Burkina in the mid-90s, and he directs our exploration effort over there. We currently have issued and outstanding, in round numbers, 63,780,000. With warrants and options, that gives us a fully diluted of 85,385,000. We have a current share price of 22 cents, and on a fully diluted basis, that comes up to about 18.8 million. So, in the context of what we have to offer the shareholder, we believe that this is excellent value at this level. Why did we get into West Africa is a question I get answered or asked a lot, pardon me. And on this image you can see the countries that make up West Africa. You'll also note that there is a significant number of gold mines with some very large ounces in them. And you'll also note that all of these gold mines are confined to what we call greenstone belts, which are ancient volcanic belts, very common around the world as hosts to gold deposits. When we looked at Burkina initially in 2003, it struck us that 2 things. There was no gold mines in Burkina, and secondly, the greenstone belts that contained all the deposits in Ghana and Cote d'Ivoire went into Burkina, and we reasoned that why wouldn't Burkina have equal gold potential? And that led us into the country itself. It was underexplored, but we felt had excellent potential to develop gold mines in what might be construed as a fairly short period of time. And if you look at slide 7, you'll see the evidence of that here. In the last 2.5 years, there's been 4 brand new gold mines commissioned in the country. In the order of commencement, to Parco Baroum, about 2.5 years ago, by High River Gold, followed by Etruscan's Yuga deposit in the south of the country, and then by Mana over in the western part of the country, which is owned by Semifo. And finally, the most recent one this year is the Kalsaka deposit right up in the north-central part of the country, owned by Clough Mining out of the UK. There's 2 mines in development, both of which should be in production within 12 months' time. The big one is Essakane, which is being developed by IM Gold in the northeast of the country. And in that same area, the Anata deposit, owned by Avocet out of the UK, is in construction as well. You'll note on the chart at the bottom of the slide that most of the mines that are in production are all in the million-ounce order in terms of contained ounces, very comparable to what we have in our key project, Karma.